Good morning, everyone. This is Cindy, or Kat as I'm known on the Freebie Exchange, and I decided to do this little tutorial to show you guys how to do a trade thread and a little bit about BB code and how it works. And once you have been on TFX and you have completed your 2 trades or 30 posts or 3 trades and 20 posts to the forum, and you have sent your message off to admin to get approved to post your trade thread, and you have paid your $5 subscription, then you're ready to do your trade thread. And you will get a message back from admin telling you that you are free to post your trade thread once they have approved you. And then you're just going to go to the forum, and you're going to scroll down and go to the TFX Trade Central section. And this is the second section on TFX. And then you're just going to go down to enter the trading area. And this is where your trade threads go, whether you're doing a cash for referral thread or a referral for referral thread. And you're allowed to have 2 threads in each section. So you can have 2 threads where you're offering to pay people to do your trades for you, or you can do one in the referral for referral section where you want to trade referrals with another user. And since I already have 2 in cash for referral, I'm just going to go down here to referral for the video and show you guys how to do this. But you can have 2 in each section, which means that you can bump each one of your threads. If you have 4 of them, you could bump each of them every 4 hours, which means your thread would be at the top of whatever section you have it posted in every 4 hours throughout the day. I know some people aren't around the computer that much, but that's the ability of having 2 different trade threads in each of the sections, is that your thread would be at the top a lot. And then what you would do is just go down here and click on New Thread. And then that's going to bring up the box that will tell you, well, where you actually make your post. And like I said, it's really no different than when you made your welcome post to the forum, because you know you went in and you just posted your thread. So this is where you would put your title, and I'm just going to put this in here. And some people do have their titles also in BB code as well, and once we get to that, I'll show you how to do that too. But right now, we're just going to go down here into this box, and I'm going to show you a few things down here, and then we will talk about BB code. And you're just going to put in whatever you want to put in. And let's see, I have the following sites available. And another thing you can do is just kind of go through the sections where people have their trade threads posted and look at how theirs are set up, or how they're doing it, and kind of go by that. But you also want to make it original so that people, when they actually click on your thread and go to it, it's going to make them go, wow, I want to trade with this person. And so anyway, you're going to just put in like whatever you want to do, which, okay, let's see, I'm just going to put in a couple of things here so that I can show you. And then if you want to show people how to, if you want to put a link to the view offers page for each site, what you would do there, and I'm going to just flip over here, is you would go to whatever site it is, just click on whatever view offers link is there, and each site or each IFW site has a view offers so that people can view the offers before they do it. And what you would do is just copy the stuff that is in your browser up here, and then go back to TFX, and you would put it here. But what you would do is you would click on this little icon that is a world and has a little link here, and you would click on that, and you would just put that in here and click OK, and then that's going to put that URL in there. And a lot of times what people do is, instead of it showing that link, what they will do is they will put something like view offers here or something. You'll see that a lot in other people's trade threads. And to make it live, so that they don't see this big, huge, long link here, what you would do is you would just highlight here click on, like I said, the world, put it in here, and that's going to make it live so that when someone clicks on where it says view offers here, it's going to take them to the view offers on the site. And then you're just going to want to put in however much you're going to pay the person to do the site for you. And since there is a 75% pay cap on TFX, most of the traders do pay 75% on all of their sites. So for just one Paradise Freebie, since it's a $20 site, this would be a $15 payout would be max that you could pay on that site. And then I'm just going to go down here and we're going to put in a couple other ones just to give it a little bit of oomph here this morning. And then if you, like I said, if you want to do the view offers, you would just flip back over there. And since I don't want to make this video too in depth, I'm just going to put in what you would pay somebody for Amber. And Amber is a $30 site, so that would be like a $22 payout would be the max. If you're wanting to do a train trade with somebody, which means that you have a train site that you want to offer to pay people for, the max that you could pay on that is 75% as well, which I believe is $37.50. And I don't know of anybody around that really pays the max on the train sites. Most people do the 50% on train because you do only have to complete one little level A offer and you're complete. But some people do bump it up a notch and pay, you know, $30 per referral on their train sites. I pay $30. I know of a bunch of other people that pay $30, and then once they're close to getting cashed out, like maybe their last one or two referrals, they will bump it up to like $32, $35 for somebody to complete it. And right now I have Xbox One going, so I'm just going to put Xbox One here. And like I said, I do pay I do pay $30 on all my trains, so I'm just going to put $30 here. And there is a special link for the train offers. If you want to do view offers for train, you can't go to the site you're advertising. You actually have to go to their link, and it is train.org offerslist.php. And you can find that, or if you have trouble finding it and you want to put that link in there, you can ask me and I will be happy to share the link with you. And then I'm just going to put this in here. And that's basically all you're doing, is just listing the sites that you have and what you're willing to pay people to do them for you. And you know, you can do the little world thing where you're putting in the link so that you don't see this big long link here in your trade thread, because you want your trade thread to be very attractive, and big long URLs is not going to make it attractive. And now I'm going to tell you a little bit about BB code and how you can make your trade thread a little bit more appealing to everyone. A lot of people do use pictures, and you can get images from anywhere on the internet. You can go to Google and just go to google.com, and you can just type in, like, I don't know, welcome images, because some people do put welcome images, some people do put hello images, or thanks for viewing my thread, that kind of thing in their trade threads. And I'm just going to show you how to do images. So if you go through Google, you would just type in whatever images you're looking for, and then it's going to bring up this big box of images. And what you would do is you would download whatever image you want onto your computer, and then you would upload it to whatever file share program, photo share program that you use. And I use PhotoBucket for all of mine. So what you would do is you would just go to upload, and as you can see, I have tons of stuff in my PhotoBucket. You would just upload the picture, whatever you wanted, from your computer into your PhotoBucket or whatever, and here you would just choose your photo, and then that's going to take you to wherever your pictures are, and then you would just choose it and open it. And to get your picture on TFX and make it appear like the picture that's in your PhotoBucket, you're going to use the image code that is in your photo bucket. And I'm just going to show you with one of the ones that it's a actual TFX banner. And this is one that I use when I promote off forum for TFX on different places. And you would just go to the little box right here where this is all of the links where you want to share your pictures, and you would just click on image, and when you click on image, it's going to copy the image code there, and then you would just paste it over here into your trade thread. And now we're going to talk a little bit about BB code and what that means. And on TFX we use BB code just like a lot of websites use HTML. And they're very similar on how to use them. So if you know how to use HTML, then BB code is going to be a breeze. If you don't, BB code is very easy to understand. You just have to make sure that the text that you want to change is in the actual code brackets. And right now I'm just going to show you, while you're creating your trade thread, you can actually view what is going on. So we are going to, I'm actually going to submit this thread so I can show you. And it'll give you the little message that thank you for posting. And then right now the thread is going to look something like this. And of course, like I said, you know, I went through all this here. So see, now you'll see right here where it says view offers here. If you click that, you see the little line underneath it, which means it's live, and it will take you there. And it's nothing fancy here, just letters. So now to get the BB code fixed, what you're going to do is you're going to go in here to edit. And you're not going to be where you need to be because you need to be able to make changes to your title. So you're going to go to the Go Advanced button. And then that's going to show you how to change things here. And this is where you can edit after you've looked at your trade thread and things like that. And what I'm going to do here is we're going to start with the BB code. And let's just say we want to make this a different font. You would just go to the font button box here, click whatever font you want to use, and I'm just going to use whichever one. You can make it different sizes just by clicking here, and we're going to do this here. And you can also change the color. So, and there's not a lot of colors to choose from, but you can make it pretty interesting, and there are other ways to do things like you could do a picture through Paint and make it whatever font you wanted on your computer if you're very computer savvy. And so now you'll see where it says I have a font, I have a size, and I have a color. And my text that I have is in between all of these things. So when you go to I'm just going to do the preview changes instead of saving them at this time. If you do the preview changes, you're going to see that now this is now in the font and color that I want it to be in. And if you want to make a text bold, you would just do the same thing. You would highlight whatever you want to make bold and click on the bold, and you'll see it puts a B and a /B on both sides of it, and it makes whatever that text is that's inside those brackets bold. And I'm just going to go to the preview to show you. And you'll see that that is bold now. And you do the same thing for whatever you want to make it, whether you want to make it in italics or whether you want to make it underlined. And another thing that I want to go over is, like, you can make it either left or centered. When you align center, the thing is you have to be careful that your lines aren't too long, because then it kind of scrunches up your text. But if you keep it short, centering your thread I think makes it more appealing than just throwing it in there and making it left, because a lot of people want things in one section, and if you make it centered, everything is in the middle of that page for them to look at, and I think it makes it a lot simpler. You can also go up here and you can put BB code in your title, which when you do this, when you make a post and you bump your thread, whenever you bump your thread, what it does is it puts that color in your thread title when it's bumped into the shout box. And a lot of people do use this, and to add color, what you would do is you would just put your brackets at the very beginning of whatever you want to make a color. And the only thing about doing this is when you do make it color, the color actually goes into however many characters you can have in your trade thread title. And so you may have to, if you're putting a lot of color in there, you might have to make your title a little shorter than you want to make it be, so that everybody sees it. And I make mine one color because I think that it helps you to be able to make your title obviously longer, for one thing, and it does still show up. And I do know that there are several people who have several different colors. So you're just going to put the bracket color, and then whatever color you want to make it, you can make it blue. Whoops, I'm spelling blue wrong this morning. And then you're going to make sure that it has a little quote at the end, and then you're going to have the little bracket after it. And then whatever text you want to be blue is going to be after this. And then on the other side of the text, you're also going to put in your BB code, and then slash, and then color, and then your little code here. And then what's going to happen, like I said, is when you actually bump your trade thread and it goes into the shout box, it's going to show as blue instead of the red that everybody shows if you don't have this in there. And that is basically how you do a trade thread on TFX, and a little bit about the BB code and how that works. And if you have questions after you've seen this about how anything works, just let me know. I'll be glad to help you out. And that is it. And I'm just going to close out of this video. And, well, I guess before I close out, I need to do the previews. So we'll preview it. And you'll see that everything is still the same since we didn't make any changes, except your BB code is showing right here in your preview. But like I said, it won't actually show in your trade thread until you actually bump it. So that's it. I hope I haven't bored you and that this has been helpful. And I will see everyone on the next wonderful video that I do. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.